Good day, everyone. This is Alvin again from the Philippines, and today we are going to talk about my top 10 favorites during the preliminary interviews of Miss Universe Philippines 2022. Welcome. So this preliminary interview is going to be one of the most important part in the competition because it's going to be one of the main factors on who's going to make it in the first cut. Aside from that, for all of us who will be making final predictions, this will give us an idea on who has the consistency when it comes to interviews. So I will be revealing to you my top 10 favorites, but I have to admit it's a very difficult list to make simply because there's a lot of ladies that did very well in my opinion. And I did not include Pasay on my list, Celeste Cortesi, because there were some technical issues during her rounds, and I only heard the last question, so I feel like it isn't enough to give commentaries. So I didn't include her and just made my top 10 based on only on what I've heard. So here's my top 10 favorites. Starting with my number 10, Iloilo City. Dorothy Himelian, what a superb performance in the preliminary interviews. Her performance will definitely give her a sure placement in the first cut. I really adore her for always giving an answer based on her experiences and background, and there's nothing pageant patty about her responses, which I love even more. My number 9 goes to Lapu-Lapu. Sashi Kiesa, I have to commend her to speak for speaking out and being honest during the round where she's answering questions. When she shared that she has a broken family, she's a college dropout, the way she admit those and see the silver lining in her experiences was truly remarkable and something that we need to admire. Listening to her answers feels like I'm seeing a woman who can really inspire young people who to keep going in life. It was such a pleasure to listen to all of her responses. So I really wish many people could be able to watch her performance too on this round. My number 8 goes to Albay. Julia Sauvier, she just proved that she's a force to reckon with when it comes to public speaking. She just ate that microphone and nailed the question. There was no struggle in her face when she's responding, and she's just great. She's very soft-spoken. So just for my own preference, I would love it if she adds a bit more of that firmness and enthusiasm and engagement in the way she speaks. But overall, I would actually love to give her a solid 9 in her performance. Excuse me. My number 7 goes to Victoria's City. Shailene Bison, we definitely saved one of the best for last. Her interview was definitely one of the best ones. She came out bringing that radiance that never fades even after the long wait. She looked confident, she brought her A game, and of course her contagious, bubbly personality. And most importantly, she answered those questions beautifully and strongly. She could actually be a potential dark horse in this competition, and I'm really looking forward to watch her swimsuit and evening gown performance. And after this video, I will be releasing my top 10 favorites for those rounds as well before I release my final prediction. My number 6 goes to Davao del Norte. Jean Nietzsche Orsena, I think this preliminary interview could cement her as one of the ladies to watch out for in the competition. She was naturally eloquent, loved her personality, and I think her overall styling was superb, and I was wowed when she came into the room. And again, just to go back, it was really her performance and her responses that that placed her on this position. Number 5 goes to Cebu City. Chantal Schmid, I am impressed at how this woman overcome depression. Her smile was very radiant, and I hope many people who are undergoing the same would be inspired by her story. What impressed me even more about Chantal is that her personality, shines through, and her delivery was fantastic. She knows what words to emphasize, and she really knows how to emphasize important words, which is very, very important. She was very sincere, honest, and eloquent at the same time. So even if there's a technical issue, I really didn't mind it because overall her performance was just beyond amazing. My number 4 goes to Makati. Michelle D. Well, Michelle, I think, proved why she's one of the front runners in this competition. She remained poised and confident during the entire round of question and answers. And her answers were really strong too. It was her commanding presence, strong answers, confident delivery, and the depth in her voice at the same time that made her performance impactful. My number 3 goes to Iloilo Province, Vanessa Caro. This is the kind of candidate that I am confident to put in the top 5 of Miss Universe because I know that she could handle the most difficult, controversial, unexpected, and interesting questions. She handled the preliminary interview like a boss. I mean, she did it effortlessly. She gave strong responses and even used terms that allowed me to give wow responses when you listen to her answer. I'm super impressed, to be honest. My number 2 goes to Misamis Oriental, Annabelle McDonald. Right after she responded to the first question, I was immediately wowed by how beautifully she presented her thoughts and her answer. I feel like it feels like her answer were beautifully prepared weeks, months ago. It was just good. Her responses in all answers were... I just can't find the perfect word to describe it. It was just amazing. I was truly impressed watching the entire 3 to 5 minutes of her turn during the question and answer, and her delivery is something that they also have to connect because you can commend because you can immediately connect with her because she knows how to share her story and make herself relatable, which is very, very important. But to me, the winner of the preliminary interviews, which I believe is going to give a sure placement to whoever it is, but I think this sealed her as a sure qualifier. Bohol. Pauline Amelinx. Well, Pauline just showed on this round that it is her time. She gave excellent answers in all questions. Her interview was engaging, entertaining, and she was confident and super smart as well. Loved her humor and honesty on the second question, and I am impressed at how she nailed the other questions. Flawless. I think that's the perfect description for her performance. So that's it. These are my top 10 favorites for the preliminary interviews of Miss Universe Philippines, and I am looking forward to know your favorites as well if they made it on my list. So don't forget to leave your comments below. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and share the video as well. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe because you'll be seeing more of these videos in the future. For now, thank you very much and have a wonderful day from the Philippines.